Some unidentified agents accosted us and forced us into an unmarked room where they proceeded to harass us. So they split us all up and they put me in an arm lock, almost breaking my arm. Grabbed my phone out my hand, jabbing the numbers, laughing in my face, put their finger in my face and said, "Did you become an actor to further the Muslim struggle?" I was like, what? No, of course not. I became an actor because I love acting. I became an actor because I don't want to be defined by my identity, because I believe that inside each of us is all of us, that I want to be able to be anyone. The progress that's being made by a few of us doesn't paint an overall picture of progress if most of the portrayals of Muslims on screen are still either non-existent or entrenched in those stereotypical, toxic, two-dimensional portrayals. When I was nominated for an Oscar this April, I was the first Muslim to be nominated as Best Actor in that category at the Oscars. And it was a kind of a bittersweet moment because I simultaneously wore that slightly dubious accolade with a sense of gratitude personally, and my community claimed it with a sense of pride. And by my community, I don't just mean Muslims. I mean anyone who likes to see a glass ceiling shattered. But alongside that gratitude and their pride, I also felt tremendous sadness. How was it that out of 1.6 billion people, a quarter of the world's population, none of us had ever been in this position until now? I asked myself, if I'm the exception to the rule, what must the rule be about people like me? What must the unwritten rule be about Muslims, a quarter of the world's population, and their place in our stories, our culture, and their place in our society, if any? We know that when people don't know a minority group, the on-screen representations are far more impactful. 62% of Americans don't know a Muslim. Isn't it just tragically a matter of math that you end up with Donald Trump winning the presidential election on the back of an Islamophobic campaign, passing the travel ban? Isn't it just math that you're going to end up with the New Zealand school shooting? Isn't it tragically a case of just math that you end up with the massacre of 3 generations of one family this week in Canada? 2 parents, a grandmother, and a 15-year-old daughter, leaving a 9-year-old child behind. This is the result of dehumanizing and demonizing portrayals of Muslims. As Kashif at Pillars Fund told me, people don't just wake up hating Muslims. They believe a story that we have to look at ourselves and ask whether we are complicit in perpetuating. The Islamophobia industry is one that measures its cost in blood.